It may feel like it, but it's actually not a mystery why your business isn't growing. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 reasons you're not seeing the growth you've been working for. Look, I get it. Growing a business can feel like such hard work. It can feel like such a struggle. So when I share these things with you, it's not to beat yourself up about it. It's just to kind of hone in on what you could change or what's not working right now and what you could shift so that you can start growing your business. First, most clients I see when they're really stuck, they don't have a revenue model. They don't have a blueprint to get to the next level in their business. So for example, if you're at $250,000 a year, you've made it to that first $250,000 and you want to be at $1 million, but you haven't built a revenue model to get to $1 million, it's really challenging to get there. And I see a lot of people spinning around it. It's like they have the ideas in their head. They know they want to grow the business, but they haven't actually put it on paper. And until you have it on a revenue model, it's impossible to know how to get there. And you'll probably stagnate at that $250,000. Whenever someone comes to me and they just tell me, I know I'm stuck at some income ceiling, this is the question I ask them first is, show me your revenue model. And when I see the deer in headlights, I go, okay, that's fine. Let's start there and let's model out your 7-figure business. And a revenue model is it can be as simple as putting numbers on an Excel spreadsheet that show on the top line your sales for the year, divided out by specific products or services. And from there, the middle of the revenue model has the costs associated with your sales, and the bottom has all of the costs, the fixed costs like salaries, rent, that kind of thing. And then the very, very bottom shows your net profit. Because I will say this, what you want to make sure of when you build the revenue model is that if you're going to double or triple your sales, if you're going to go from 250 to 500 or 500 to $1 million, what you want to make sure is that you grow your business in a way that's profitable. So definitely watch that bottom line to make sure you're just not growing to grow, but growing in a way that will bring more profit into your world. The second reason you might not be growing your business is because you don't like the numbers and you don't like tracking the numbers. I totally get it. Most of our clients are averse, they have an aversion to the numbers. And unless they're in the world of accounting where they geek out on the numbers, the rest of the population, the rest of the business owners we work with they don't want to talk about the numbers. They don't want to track the numbers, and just thinking about it is stressful for them. At the same time, when we worked with clients for a couple of months and they've started to really dig into the numbers, they've started to like the tracking process, they start to realize that there are patterns in their business and the numbers don't lie. The numbers will tell you when you're tracking what you need to shift in your marketing, what you need to shift in your sales, or what you need to shift or let go of to make your company more profitable. Think of the number, the specific numbers for your business as being an elaborate mathematical formula that shows you exactly how to go from 6 figures to 7 figures, because the numbers don't lie. They'll tell you what you need to do, and then you'll have a blueprint for how to get there. The third reason your business might not be growing is because you aren't marketing consistently, and you're not marketing 3 ways consistently. Marketing can feel like a mystery to most people if they haven't been in a marketing position or if they haven't had a class on marketing, if no one's taught them how to market, right? How'd you know how to market? We're constantly being marketed to, so often we think that the ways that we're being marketed to are the ways that we're supposed to market, and yet that might not make any sense, right? Because how you market in your industry or how you market to your specific client might be completely different than how people market to you. And I don't want you to do any marketing that you don't love unless you hire another company to do it for you. I can't tell you how many times clients have told me that they really hate social media marketing. I get it. It's confusing, right? People say be yourself. Other people say don't be yourself. Other people say post this. Some people say don't post this. There's so much information out there about social media and how to do it in business that it's confusing and it can be overwhelming. One client came to me and she said, I was told that I have to post 1 video a day to be successful in social media marketing. And I said, where did you hear that? Someone well-meaning had told her that, but that's absolutely not true. Not only was it not true, but she was never going to do it in a million years anyway. So that marketing wasn't going to work for her. So my question for her was, well, what do you like to do in your business? And she said, well, I like to speak. I like networking. I like connecting with people. I like to be interviewed. So right away we could see that her being on stages, her leading events, her creating events and inviting prospective clients to it, her being interviewed on podcasts, maybe even leading a podcast could be powerful ways for her to be marketing that are completely different than putting a video on, social media every day. And different and also in alignment with her values, in alignment with what she enjoyed doing. Because the truth is, if you're still doing the marketing and you don't like doing the marketing, I guarantee you, if you don't like doing the marketing, you're not going to do it. So find 3 ways that you actually enjoy marketing and begin to do those things consistently. The 4th reason that your business might not be growing is maybe you don't know how to close sales. Closing a sale, we could spend hours on talking about how to close a sale. And I want to simplify the process for you a little bit, because one thing you want to know about selling is that selling is not telling. Selling is not just throwing information at your prospects. Selling is really about asking open-ended questions to understand your client's pain and understand their goals. And when you can do that by asking open-ended questions, and of course, open-ended questions are questions they can't say yes or no to. When you ask those open-ended questions about what's not working and what they really want, you're going to learn a lot about where they are right now and whether or not your product or service can help them. And so take you out of the sales process, because selling isn't about you. Selling is about serving that person in front of you, and you serve them by asking appropriate open-ended questions so you can understand if I can help you or not. And you could even say that at the beginning of a meeting. You could say, Shelly, I'm really excited to have this meeting with you today. I have several questions that I want to ask you to understand, where you are in your business right now, or where you are in your health right now, or whatever it is. And at the end of toward the end of our time together, I'll share some potential solutions with you and see if we can help you or not. If we can help you, great. If we can't, hopefully I can refer you to someone else who can. So what you can see is that this isn't about me as a salesperson, and it's not about you. It's truly about the person that's in front of you. It's about that person that you're here to serve. And again, when you take you out of the equation, it removes the pressure and allows you to just have a friendly conversation to see if you can serve. Finally, the 5th reason you might not be growing your business is you don't have a team to support you. I know. Hiring a team can seem overwhelming. It can feel expensive. It can challenge you and stretch you in ways that maybe you haven't thought about before. And yet, not hiring will keep you stuck at a certain income level forever. And so I want to really challenge this, maybe a belief that you have that you can't afford to hire, or you don't have time to train someone, because the truth is you could start small. You could hire someone for just a few hours a week. You maybe could even find an intern. There's so many ways that you could hire cost effectively if that's your concern, just to get you started. And the other thing is, you hire one person at a time. So a lot of people get stuck on, I don't know how to hire a team. That seems overwhelming. But just remember, it's just one person at a time. And it could just be for a part-time position to start, to give you that support, to start to get out from under all of the work that you're doing. Because you're still here, I have a pro tip for you. Here's the thing. Another reason you're probably not reaching your business goals is because you don't have accountability. We are the business owners. We are the CEOs. So we're the bosses, right? No one's holding us accountable. And when you don't have accountability, it's easy to get distracted, or it's easy to get stuck and stop. And often that's why people quit. They quit because they no longer believe in their dream. They no longer believe that they can scale their business or grow their business, or it just seems too hard. So hire a coach or find a mentor, find someone to hold you accountable and to also hold the belief that growing your business to the next level is possible for you too. And I guarantee that by having that accountability and that support, your business will start to grow. Over the years, hiring coaches, hiring consultants, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it. And I can tell you it was the best money, the most important money that I've ever spent on my company. So today we talked about the 5 reasons that your business isn't growing right now. And again, this isn't about beating yourself up. This is just about witnessing and acknowledging why you might be stuck. We talked about the fact that maybe you don't have a revenue model, or you don't have a revenue model for the next level in your business. Another reason might be because you don't like the numbers. It might feel painful for you to dig into the numbers or to do the tracking. Third, you probably aren't marketing consistently, and you definitely don't have 3 ways to market. So you want to figure that out for yourself. What are the 3 ways you can market consistently? Maybe you don't know how to close sales, and I gave you some tips on how to make closing the sale a lot easier. And finally, you might not have a team to support you. And I get it, it can feel like it's expensive, but go back and listen to the tips I shared so you can figure out how you can get support sooner rather than later to grow your business. And finally, if you don't have anyone holding you accountable, find someone as soon as you can. You're 95% more likely to reach your goals simply by having a coach. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you enjoyed this video, stick with me because up next, we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of scaling to 7 figures. And remember, your 2X is waiting for you too.